Welcome to Theology in the Streets podcast, where no topic goes untouched. It's your boy, Pastor Lou, a.k.a. Late to the Game. And I got right on my right.
You got your boy, Kurt Classic, back in the building, baby.
And on my left,
Big Dog Jam in the building. What up, everybody?
and filling in for Don Dada on my far right.
You got your boy Big Z coming back at you one more, Gary.
Yo, shout out to Don Dada. It's his anniversary with his wife. He's out on vacation.
Happy anniversary,
Chilling.
dog.
Happy anniversary, my G. Yeah, for all of y'all that don't know, it is our anniversary episode. It's been a year now that we've been doing podcasts. We started off first week of June 2020. It is the first week of June 2021. Yeah, man, how y'all feeling about this? How y'all feeling about this whole podcasting thing we got going on here?
We getting pretty good. 1 year. I got mad memories. Remember that time Kurt was about to come over the table, beat me up? we was arguing about the protests. He's like, let him protest. I said, no, there's a curfew. And he's about to beat me up. That was crazy.
Everybody had Kurt back on that one, man.
Yeah. They was about to oust me from the podcast team. They had a meeting. They were like, I think we got to get Jam out of here, bro. He too conservative. My man rocking with Trump too hard. Too hard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yo, and yo, listen, we've been rocking it. We started off with just audio. We was uploading on YouTube with the logo and everything, and finally we got some video up here, and we got the same background for a whole year.
Yeah.
They ain't changed yet.
We have been waiting for a device.
Ugliest background ever in all of podcasting history.
Lou, who's in charge?
It is pretty
Who's in
bogus.
charge of getting us the background?
I don't know. I guess it's going to be me, I guess. I mean, because I remember Dave and the Cut Jones and Kurt was supposed to build something.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
They were supposed to build something.
See what happened was, right?
What happened?
Kurt was told to stay in his lane one too many times, so now Kurt's staying in his lane.
See, you know what I'm saying?
But that's his lane. It's construction.
No. His lane is youth pastor and podcast co-host.
Oh, there it is. Oh, man.
Thank you, brother.
I got you, Doc.
Appreciate that.
Yo.
I like this. You get used to it.
I mean, you know,
I think
It is what it is.
blending in with the background.
Y'all, you like that? I'm about to just leave my shirt right here and disappear on y'all.
All you gonna see is the beard.
The beard. Yo, man, no doubt. So this being our year anniversary episode, we're taking one whole show for trending on the streets. We're just taking different topics. We're just going in and having a discussion on it. And that first topic is your boy LeBron got bounced.
LeBron's
Bit ounced by the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker went in on him.
Put it on him.
He couldn't miss a shot. Anyways, LeBron though, is he the greatest? No, you don't think he the greatest?
Nah, he was supposed to put the team on his back and take us at least one more victory. Like the next day, Kawhi Leonard did the exact same thing. They was up for elimination. Kawhi Leonard put the team on his back, went crazy, scored mad points, and won it for his team. Something that we expected LeBron to do, and he did not do.
Why you don't think LeBron did it this year though?
I think he ain't got it in him like that no more. Like
Just
you said,
age catching
18
up to him.
years.
It's a long time. Man.
Hairline receding. He keep repairing it, but he keep going back, then he keep repairing it.
Yo, you remember when he had the fake hair and then it pushed back? Yo, why did you just go bald, man?
Anthony
Get rid
Davis
of it.
is trying to get his attention, like, yo, fix it.
He is not the GOAT. He's not the GOAT.
Bro. Yo, how about your boy Kevin Durant with the bald spot in the back of that head, bro?
I know.
Look,
millions of dollars.
Hold
Come
on,
man.
He rocking
yo.
the naps like Anthony Davis rocked the unibrow.
Nah, man,
he don't care.
Nah, man, he need to brush that head. That's what he need to do, bro. That head look nappier than I don't know what, bro.
Yo, but that jumper wet though.
He's slick with it. He's slick with it.
Yeah, but he don't be fading up or nothing. He be having afro in the bottom of his neck. Millions of dollars, man. Get faded up, bro.
There ain't no clause in the contract that say you gotta get lined up every game.
But yeah,
just go out there and ball.
He can ball though. He can ball.
Go out there, ball with a bummy haircut. That's it.
Everybody, Kurt is a avid LeBron fan. And what's your defense for his performance or lack of performance in the elimination game against the?
Around you dudes ain't no defense. So you know what I'm saying. So ain't no sense even trying. Okay. But nah, man. You know, it was more than just LeBron. That's what I'll say. I'll say that it was more than just LeBron, and I think that on some level you do gotta respect the longevity that this man has played at a high level.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe he the GOAT or not, or whether you believe MJ the GOAT, whoever your top player is, you got to respect greatness when you see it. You know what I mean? So we respected MJ when we seen him play. You got to respect Bron, man, because even in year 18, not 100%, he's still giving you triple doubles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he giving almost triple double
still
numbers.
Giving you triple dubs.
Well, he had a double that night, right?
Yeah,
all right. So what? You know,
well, I'm just saying the numbers are close to it, though.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And he's averaging. He's
career,
still averaging.
Yeah,
career. You know
20
what I'm saying?
plus,
It ain't like
20
he's
plus.
on a slump. See, people want to treat Bron like he on a slump, and when you look at his numbers, you're like,
right.
You compare him to other people, you like this dude is definitely not on a slump. You would have thought Bron went off that night. But like I said, man,
age is catching up to him. That's all.
It's a team ball game,
age is catching up. He is. I mean, he can't carry the teams, 40 plus minutes like he used to before.
Yeah, he need to do better putting the teams together.
Yeah, he do need to do better.
Step the GM skills
I'll
up, bro.
say this, man. The one thing I was disappointed with was them breaking up the team from last year. I thought that whole narrative that you got to do something different to repeat. I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, that was whack.
You got a good team, man, and I thought that they undervalued what Rondo brought to the team. And believe it or not, what Dwight Howard brought to the team.
Yes. That's a big drop
Yo,
off
that
right there.
dude.
He was a good defensive player. Just plugging up the middle.
Bro, yeah, man.
Plugging
in the
up the
paint,
middle.
it was
Yeah.
like, you can tell, man, that's what they missing.
He
They
brought
missing
energy.
that, and
He
then
brought
they're
energy.
missing another playmaker. See, because they thought Schulte would be that dude.
Or Kuzma, and they didn't.
No,
Kuzma.
man, Kuzma
Kuzma.
ain't never been that dude,
Buns.
man. Stop.
Yeah, he buns.
He ain't never been that dude. Nah.
Okay. So you're blaming the
Didn't
team.
he date a
Hold on, he's
Kardashian
blaming
or something?
Yeah. No.
That's what happened to
I
him.
said,
It was one
I'm
of
not
them.
putting it all on LeBron.
like
LeBron
Kardashian
gets
or
some
Grande or
blame. Now,
something.
I ain't
What do you
saying
have to say about the people that say that the reason LeBron ain't performing that game is because of that extremely feminine salsa king video that he put out? Y'all saw it?
No, I didn't see that.
You saw it?
Dude, y'all seen that, bro?
Yeah, I
He
was-
getting down, yo.
I didn't see it, but
See, that
no, he
stains
didn't.
his legacy because Mike would never have done something like that, bro, or Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see it, so I got to see that.
It's-
Yo, it was funny though. You can't tell me it wasn't funny, bro.
Yeah.
He caught me off guard as soon as he popped up, was dropping some salsa down.
I think he sprained his ankle during that salsa.
Yeah,
video.
Oh,
yeah.
he was doing salsa dancing?
Yeah, Marc Anthony playing in the background. Yeah, that was funny, bro.
Moving
I
his
ain't
hips a
gonna lie.
little bit too much. See, for all men out there who ain't Hispanic and want to dance salsa, it's minimal hip movement. The hip movement is for the woman.
I don't know, man.
All
I
right?
seen some
man,
salsa.
just gotta
I
stay
seen
there and
some
just.
salsa dudes, man, that was moving.
Y'all
Man.
gotta stay in y'all zone.
I seen some salsa dudes
Right.
that was moving. Man, y'all got that from us anyway. Stop playing, man. Stop playing, man.
Oh, got what from y'all? Salsa.
Stop playing. Them hips moving, bro. Where you
Yo.
think you got that from, bro?
No, that's the
Where you
women.
think you got that from?
The men don't do the hip movements. The men stay in their
Bro, have
lane.
you seen African men dance?
Yeah, them
that's-
African men, them Africans
that's
to
the
get
whole
down, bro.
They get down.
That's a whole
Yo.
different. That's a whole different genre over there, though.
Yo. Oh man, I can't mess with these dudes right here, man. Yo, but
My bad.
on another note, nobody want to go back to work, man. What's up with that, man?
Hey, man.
Yo, I mean, that's good news that there are jobs available, but nobody want to go apply for these jobs. We got an issue in America today where there's more than enough jobs, man. I mean, ain't nobody, yo. All right, let me not go down this route.
1850.
Where at?
Walmart.
Walmart.
Stocking overnight. 1850, fellas.
1850.
Get your bread up.
Yo, man, you can make good money off of that.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, get some overtime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
But it's in all facets of the economy, like the restaurant business, the manufacturing business, retail business. I mean, there's just jobs everywhere.
They hiring at my job. $15 an hour starting. You get $1 raise after 3 months, $16. And then if you want to work straight B, you get another $1. That's $17 an hour in 3 months. And with the potential to make $32 an hour, get trained running a printing press.
Crazy.
And nobody's taking that. I've offered that to mad people. They laugh at me like, I'm good, bro. Like,
Yo.
wow.
What does that say about us in our nation, though, man? I mean, I think people will eventually come back to work, especially now that states are adopting the no unemployment. They stopping that. Y'all ain't getting no more unemployment from this pandemic. It's time for y'all to go back to work.
Yeah.
But what does that say about the state of humanity, right? We lazy, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously, let's keep it on it, man.
Yeah, I blame Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. All right, I'm sorry, fellas, we got to get political because Trump had everybody working, all-time unemployment low rate in the whole nine, and then this COVID came, and then Biden and the Democratic Party said, we're going to take care of y'all, we're going to give y'all all these stimuluses, y'all don't go to work, mad businesses closed down, so unemployment went back up, and then people got accustomed to that and don't want to go back to work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of unfair, though.
There's a lot of people that lost their jobs, man.
I'm gonna push back a little bit only because the stimmy package happened under Trump, and that's including unemployment. So that whole process came out of a real need at the time. It was a real need. You know, people was hurting, and they needed some help. Now, where it's gotten taken to, I don't even put that on Joe Biden. I put that on the American populace, the people, because the people pushed for that. Because after they got that stimmy from Uncle Trump, you know what I'm saying? Then they like, yeah, okay, well, Uncle Trump gave us something. Now, now we got Uncle Joe want to get up in here. All right, Uncle Joe, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
And
so
he hooked us up.
Yeah, so he hooked everybody up. He's like, all right, I can't let Uncle Trump give you. You want to be the favorite uncle. You want. You know how it is, right? You want to be Uncle Favorito, right? That's what you want to be.
And
Tío Favorito. That's what we fighting for.
Favorite uncle.
Yeah.
And they withheld the stimulus that Trump wanted, the third one that Trump wanted to give us until Biden got into presidency.
To make him look good.
But you have to blame the Democratic Party, though, for vilifying the Republican Party for wanting to reopen the economy. Remember, they elongated that process for a very long time.
And I think the only reason, but I'm gonna be honest with you, they did. But I think the only reason why there's been a turn is because the White House from Biden is like, yo, we got to switch the narrative. Yeah. I really believe that. I believe the White House is like, yo, we can't continue pushing this fear mongering because we're losing money as a whole. Yes. We're losing money, and we got to get people back in the economy. I told my wife this. I said, as soon as Biden becomes president, there's going to be a narrative change.
Oh yeah.
And it took 3-4 months. He was like, all right, we got to start. And now all the Democratic governors are like, all right, let's start going back to work.
Well, you have to do that. I mean,
but my point is from a political standpoint,
they implemented the fear mongering.
Exactly. They were holding on to that. They were holding on to that. It took the White House to finally say, all right, enough of this.
Yeah, they don't want to work.
Because after a while, you can't continue to go down this route. That's the reality. You can't continue to go down this route.
But I think the damage has been done, though.
Yes.
You see the psyches of most Americans, they don't want to work.
But is the damage done because of that, or was it already there?
I don't think it was already there because everybody was working. We were at an all-time unemployment low.
Everybody was working though,
but we were at an all-time unemployment low.
Yeah,
you could give the credit to Obama of 8 years of Obama, and then Trump inherited that and then contributed to it. Regardless of we were at an all-time low unemployment.
Yeah,
ever.
No, I get that part.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the mentality of I don't go to work and the government take care of me.
Yeah,
that's been around.
Yeah.
That's been around for a long time.
Yeah, it has, but
you know what I'm saying?
It
now
multiplied.
It's just, as Lou says, it's been exacerbated. By the pandemic.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, well, no, I think that's hold up, but you know what, Kurt? I think that is the nature of man, though. Most people want to be lazy. They want to cut corners wherever they can. They want to get as much as they can without working as much as they can. And I think, without a doubt, the free money has kind of exposed that to some degree. Now, there's been some people, clearly, they needed work. Small businesses got raked, bro. Yeah. Numerous restaurants have closed down. Numerous small businesses have closed down because of this. They just couldn't afford to pay. One of my favorite restaurants closed down last year, Schmeg's.
Schmeg's, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Bruh.
That's a good thing for you, Lou.
Oh,
And
tell
Kurt
me
and
about it,
Zeke.
bro.
No,
Tell
it's
me
not.
about it.
One time, dude. Once.
Sorry.
It's not a good thing, bro.
Anyways, but I think at the same time, you already had some people that were already kind of taking advantage of whatever government assistance that were available, and that's not true of every state. Every state is different in that, but yeah, there's a lot of people taking advantage of that unemployment.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
another thing that's contributing to people not coming back to work is the mass depression and anxiety sweeping our country. In the young generation, you know, the people who want to work this in the younger generation.
Yeah.
A perfect example of that is the female tennis player.
Naomi
Osaka. She's a beast. She's dope. She just won some tournament where she beat Serena. It was dope. She won her first game
one of her opens,
in the French Open, right? She won the first match and then bypassed talking to the media, but she's obligated to being in that tennis association. And then she got kind of criticized for that, and they fined her $15,000. She came out the next day and say, "Look, man, I'm gonna withdraw from the tournament. I've been suffering from depression since like 2019 when I won the U.S. Open. I didn't feel up to par to talk to the media, so I'm gonna step back, get some healing." You know what I'm saying? And I see this happening a lot with the younger generation, man.
Mental health.
Everybody got depression problems, and they not working because of it. Like my one of my coworkers just left work, quit his job because of that.
How much of that is legit, and how much of that is just like, yo, you just need to put some hard work in. Your depression go away.
I mean, that's true.
I don't want to make light of mental illness, okay? Because there is a legitimate issue in our country when it comes to that. But how much of it as well is that is pushing people, and I'm not talking about Naomi's, because to be a professional tennis player means work.
Yeah.
That's work. You know
she work.
But how much of it is just this generation of social media and getting on and feeling like I'm missing out on something, or I have to portray something that I'm not, or I can't really be myself. And that's, this younger generation is living in that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to grow up in that. I mean, I think the closest thing to social media was like chat line or something like that back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to constantly see somebody and how they're living lives, all the smiles, and not only that, you have celebrity women who are constantly posing and selling their pictures
and
to look a certain way.
Fake.
And then a lot of times it's just doctored up.
Yeah.
And it's so this common pressure, not just women but men as well, of trying to, I guess, meet a social standard that's via social media, but really is not social because you're not really interacting directly with people. Mm-hmm. Like, it's really messed up a lot of heads, man. A lot of these younger kids are struggling with this, and it really is an epidemic.
It is.
Yeah,
It's mass
and
depression.
it goes even deeper than social media.
Oh yeah, it is.
Because you can go to like the school system, man, and just how we deal with our younger generation, and in terms of discipline and holding them accountable.
That's good.
Right?
That's
Expectations. Good. So, when we were coming up as kids, you played in a sport. The only way you got a trophy,
you had to win.
You had to win that joint.
Okay?
With no participation trophies.
Ain't no, you played on the team and, we want you to feel like, you accomplished something.
Nice try, buddy.
That's what you got.
Yeah.
Back in the day, somebody had to suck.
It's like, if you do that today, you're doing the child a disservice. You know what I'm saying? You're demonized.
Yeah.
For doing that to a kid.
Yeah.
Because how can you break that kid's... Man, my father told me, my last year in high school, my father told me, he said, man, you ain't going to graduate.
Well, dang.
That motivated you.
Bro, he's like, man, you playing games. You ain't going to graduate. Just
Reverse
like that.
psychology on him.
Just like that. He said, you 17. He said, look, as far as I'm concerned, you a man. Do what you want to do. Come home when you want to. Do what you got to do. We'll see what happens. But now my dad also knew the kind of kid that I was too. I'm not coming home 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Right. I wasn't that type of kid.
Bible study don't go on that long.
Right. But he knew what kind of rope he could give me.
Right.
But at the same time, he challenged me to, because he knew that being his son and having his name meant something to me. So anytime he wanted to motivate me, all right, you ain't my son if you do that.
Yeah, you look at that. So magnify that. A lot of children today or young adults today didn't have fathers. Fatherlessness is a humongous
That's
problem.
another problem.
And the ones that do have fathers and mothers, like you said, they raising them to be weak.
Yeah, soft.
Yeah, inoculating them in softness.
This
A
is
feminization
soft
of our
Yes.
young men. Yeah.
Yes.
Soft. I mean,
they're not being challenged.
They are so soft that's. We was just talking about somebody getting shot today, somebody that we know. Because these dudes are soft.
Yeah.
They don't know how to throw the hands no more. They quick to shoot.
Yeah.
They scared to get hit.
3 guys beating up on a female.
They can't take accountability.
confrontation.
They can't take accountability.
Yeah.
Someone holding them accountable, and what ends up happening, they throw their tantrum, and it's coming out in violence on many occasions.
And you got to learn to take you take your L's, man.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win every fight. You're not gonna win every game. You got to take your L's. But it's character building.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? We missing out on the opportunity to grow and to understand and to learn something. You got to take your L's and you got to appreciate your L's.
Oh, yeah.
I remember there was this. He's not famous. He's a multi-millionaire. I think he might be a billionaire, but I may be wrong. But nevertheless, he's wealthy. Let's just put it like that. He got money, and he said something that stuck to me. He said, "Success is learning how to fail fast, and fail often." Now that at first that kind of like, what the heck are you talking about? But as he explained it, it made sense. He said, because in your failure, you grow. You may, like, you get told no today, but what does that do? If you're a motivated person, if you self-motivated, you're going to take that no and go back and you're going to figure out, okay, well, why did they say no? What could I have done different? What is that doing? It's building you, it's sharpening you. So now when you go back, all right, maybe they may tell me no again. Well, what am I doing? I'm taking that and I'm reevaluating so that the next time I'm getting that yes. These dudes don't want to do that today.
Now, let me ask y'all, do you think this younger generation is living with the expectation of perfectionism? In other words,
yes,
they're trying to, because I think it's important what you just brought up there. I think is important. Like, if someone is telling you no, and you don't know how to handle that no, that's because you have a outlook of perfection. I should be getting it on the first try.
Right.
I should be doing something on the first shot, and you don't know how to learn off of that.
No, go deeper than that.
Go ahead.
It's not even just perfection; it's a sense of entitlement.
I
deserve that yes.
Yeah. It's like your boy LeBron. He deserves to be the number one. No, but you're right. It goes back now. Okay, you got the perfectionism, and then the expectation that this is what I deserve. Like I think there's some leeway for some kind of confidence in that, but not in every aspect of life. And the entitlement factor of our generation is amazing to me. Like the way people live their lives, just people expect all kinds of things to happen into their lives. The way they speak to authority, the way they treat other people when offended. I think there's some entitlements of just respect, but if you expect that and you're disrespectful, how do you expect to be respected? Right. So there's some craziness, man, in this world that we're living in today, and I feel for our younger generation. That's why I be like, listen, I tell my son, he's 10 years old. He's like, yo, when can I get a phone? When you can afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get a phone when you could buy it. I didn't have a phone till I could buy a cell phone. So, but we don't have that kind of, the older generation, and when I say older, my age, 40, 50 years old, they're not teaching our kids that kind of mindset.
No.
You got 7-8-year-olds with smartphones that got access to the internet, and with that kind of instant information, they're going to be influenced.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially around their peers. Like Zeke, you being a former youth pastor, you know how this goes. You have to be careful with what you do for kids, because in this day and age, they will come to expect that from you.
Yes.
Like, it's not even a gratefulness like, hey man, thank you for that, because you didn't have to do that. If you do it now, you're going to have to keep doing it, because they just expect that, he's supposed to do these things for me.
Don't start nothing you can't maintain. Because the minute you say no, it's gonna flip. They're gonna feel betrayed. They're gonna feel abandoned. They're gonna feel like you turned on them, and then you're gonna go from their favorite to you just like the rest of them, just like that.
Yeah.
And it's like they totally neglect everything that you've done for them, and just because they got that first no, it's like they don't know how to process that.
And that's a whole parenting issue.
Yes.
I'm dealing with that with my 8-year-old right now.
Yeah.
Like when he was young, and he first started talking, and my mom was teaching him manners and everything, and he would ask for something, and she taught him how to ask, hey, can I have this, please? She would always say yes. He came to me one time and said, well, he said, I want that. I said, well, how do you ask for it? He said, may I please have, it might have been like a cookie. And I said, no. And she came and she was like, what you mean no? I said, just because he asked for it doesn't mean he has to get it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Because his mentality was, I asked nicely, so it's always
right,
a yes.
right.
And I'm like, no, you got to teach her from a young age to say no, but she wasn't buying that. It was always yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now, whenever he asks for something and I say no, but I asked nicely, why not, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I tried to nip this in the bud 5 years ago.
I
know I was still new at this parenting thing, and you raised two boys.
But I know that.
You gotta teach them at an early age. Just because you ask for it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
I don't care how nice you make it. You can make it sound as nice as possible, but if the answer is no, you got to be okay with hearing no.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of no's in life, especially, and this is what I always tell my son and my kids. You know, because when you're around parents, man, it's a whole different dynamic. My kids are good kids when they're out socially, but they get those entitlement moments. Like they expect me or expect my wife to just be, you know, doing things for them. Like my son is at an age, like I'm like trying to tell him, like, yo, you can get your own bowl of cereal, bro. You know where the milk's at, you know where the bowl's at, you know where the cereal's at. Go take care of business. And then he'll wait till like my wife come around, and then he be asking her. Yeah. And then I gotta intervene.
Acting like he all starving.
Gotta intervene and be like, nah, dude, you about to go do this yourself. You can do this yourself.
I told you 2 hours ago you can have a bowl of cereal.
Facts, you know what I mean? So it's just this is what it's expected from kids.
Right.
But what's happening is it's transitioning to adults because their parents haven't been consistently bringing accountability or discipline, or parents are not there, you know, because so many kids are growing without their parents. So, but yo, let's switch it up here. We got your boy Kwame Brown.
Oh, Kwame.
A retired basketball player, former #1 pick from the Washington Wizards.
Michael Jordan's biggest mistake ever.
Exactly. But that was based on, they picked him, what was it, 2001 they picked him? I think it was 2001, 2002. Like they picked him back in 2001, and it was to the Washington Wizards. This is when Michael Jordan came off of retirement, and he was playing the manager role. And they were going to trade him for Elton Brand. But they brought him in right out of high school, 17-year-old kid, and he lasted into the league about 12 years. However, everybody called him a bust. And they kind of they did him dirty. Like all the stuff that's coming out now between Jordan and who was the coach there? Jordan's old coach, not Phil Jackson.
Doug Collins?
Doug Collins. They would have him working 2 hours before game, working out, just him alone. And they would be verbally abusive with him and everything. Now according to him, he's spreading mama's cooking everywhere. He's exposing all these dudes, and he's calling out the kind of upper echelon elites within the NBA and how they be folding to some of the, I would say, the politics inside the game. Not only that, he's calling out the media who like to have this outlandish kind of league, like Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless,
Steven Jackson,
like these guys who want to make their opinions off of the back of these players, but they're so outlandish and calling them bums and calling them names. He's calling them out now. He just came out and said, I know enough is enough. Let's expose you guys for who you are. So I don't know. Have any of y'all seen some of his videos?
He coming gangster.
Yeah.
He's coming real gangster. He's like, yo, y'all know me. He came from homelessness and a real hard background, and he made it to the NBA. And he's like, y'all made it to the greatest league on the planet. Ain't no bum over here. You know what I'm saying? And he says he was treated unfairly. But he's really mad at the analysts, right?
Yeah.
That for the last couple of years have been using him as a meme or a joke. You know what I'm saying? That they use him as a verb. You know, they'll be doing a analyze like, oh yeah, and this guy came up to the court and he did a Kwame Brown. You know what I'm saying? So they be joking him and just killing him, and then he just came out and was like, yo, bump all of y'all. Y'all know me. I'll smack y'all around. You know what I'm saying? So Stephen A. Smith came back, did a little video, and said, man, you was a bum. And then Kwame Brown came in his rebuttal saying, yo, y'all holding black man down. Y'all holding the black man down. So then Stephen A. Jackson came back, was like, yo, what are you talking about? We holding black man down. We upping black people, and you was just a bum, bro. And he gave him a 20-minute reel of just Kwame Brown bloopers, and he said he had another 3 hours in the back.
He got his own Shack in the Food documentary.
Kwame mad. Kwame real mad.
Yo, but he letting everybody have it, and I think there's some that goes to show you that like the stuff we don't get to see from a basketball, watching it on TV, or even watching ESPN or whatever it is. Like watching these analysts come and bring their opinions is still not the truth.
Yeah,
right.
Without a doubt.
It's like your boy Trump, fake news. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you only get the one side, but you don't ever really hear these basketball players and where they're and their human side. They're just their personal side, and it's been quite refreshing. You go look at some of the videos, him just sharing some of the things he's been sharing because it's raw, it's real, and he's saying things that is just like, wow, you would never see that business perspective or that mindset from a basketball player who's not in TV talk, talk show speaking or even sports radio per se. He's just like, yo, this is who I am. Now, the thing is, 12 years, he's supposed to be collecting a pension from the NBA, I think, next year. My man's smart. He not a dumb dude.
Yeah, no.
He got, you know what I mean? Not only that, he's taking his money and he's invested back into his community. And he's throwing some shots at some of the NBA players like, yo, you guys like to talk about black players and y'all have your opinions, but y'all bringing them down. He said, but what y'all doing for uplifting y'all community? Are you going back? And, I think that's a valid question to ask. If you're going to just tear down based on your opinions, are you building anybody up? I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think some of the criticism he got were from former players that he played with.
But that's my point.
And they were like, yeah, he's a bum. He was a joke on the team.
Okay. It's
Mike Jordan, the GOAT of all time, being one of them, saying, yo, I couldn't stand the kid used to frustrate the hell out of me.
Yeah, okay. There's one thing, but to last 12 years in the NBA, you can't be that much of a bum.
7 teams, right? 6 or 7 teams.
So he's a journeyman. He's a journeyman.
The thing is,
he's a good bencher.
For all the hype that he got, being the number 1 overall pick,
expectation.
It's legit. Okay, was he a bum? All right, maybe the word bum is a little strong, but he was a bust.
Yes,
number 1 overall pick.
There were expectations.
Yeah. He did not have a career worthy of being number 1 overall.
But he was supposed to be traded too, right? So he wasn't. Even though he was picked number 1, he was supposed to be traded for Elton Brand, who was definitely a better player.
I don't know. It wouldn't have mattered what jersey he was wearing. His career was whack.
But 12 years.
Okay, he lasted in the league
for 12 years. Yo, you tell me,
years,
how many dudes come into the league and don't last 12 years?
Oh, there's
a lot of dudes that don't, and they're high picks.
There's a lot.
High picks.
And you got to consider the fact that he came straight out of high school, right? So this is a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can see, I'm not trying to, I don't want to make excuses, but I can see how you pair him with Jordan. Bro, that might have been too much.
He was ready for that.
He was ready for that.
No, I'm serious, man. That might have been too much. And that might have actually been what hurt him more than it actually helped him.
Probably.
Because you can't pair just anybody with Jordan. You listen to his teammates, bro.
You gotta have some tough skin.
Yeah, and so you're talking about a kid, man. This is a kid. And then not only that, you're talking about a kid that has a very bruised background. You get what I'm saying? So he probably already dealing with a lot. And then you pair me up with Jordan and
he swallowed it.
Jordan ain't giving you no breaks.
He took it too.
None. He like, yo, bro, you got drafted, you on the team. Like, he ain't giving you no breaks. So again, I'm not trying to make excuses for the dude, but I'm trying to maybe just think rationally. Like, yo, this is a kid. Paired up with Jordan,
Yeah,
it might have been much for him.
Eton Thomas said this. Eton Thomas, former Syracuse basketball baller, and he used to be a teammate with Kwame. He said, yo, they would be working him 2 hours before a game, and then they would throw him in for the game, and he'd be dead beat tired.
Yeah.
He said, yo, they did this regularly to him. Like, you think about that, man. What kind of who does stuff like that?
Because you ain't even got the grown man strength at that point yet.
Not even that. It's just him doing it. It's not even the rest of the team.
Yeah.
You see, so like you could see the politics behind like the basketball end of it, and the kind of the shadiness that was going on with him. Yeah, that
because he might have benefited from just going to college, play 1 or 2 years,
learning the basic fundamentals.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and then come to the league. Yeah. He might have been different. His career might have been a little bit different. I think that. You know, being paired up with Jordan and having that right there, that was just too much for the kid, man.
Just in case y'all didn't catch that was his subtle shot at Michael Jordan. that's because we was talking about LeBron earlier, so now he about to take some shots. Now, if he had been paired with LeBron, he would have been in the playoffs every year.
Listen, not only that, but that couldn't have been LeBron. Brown would have took that.
Yeah. Brown
and still would have been a beast, which speaks to greatness.
Yeah, okay.
Brown is great. No, Brown is great.
Brown would have folded too.
I had to get that in there.
Brown would have tucked his tail and ran.
Oh, no, man.
He just wasn't great in that last elimination game.
It's all good, man. Like I said, you take your L's, baby. You take your L's and you keep on living, man. Take your L's. It's all good.
Oh, man. Listen, now, I don't know if y'all know this, man, but it's the history of D-Day.
What?
Yeah, I heard Brother Ray say that.
So, see, I like history. I like World War II history. But June 6, 1944, the Allies,
America, Canada, and UK,
they invaded Normandy, France, the beaches of Normandy,
which was occupied by Germany. Nazi Germany.
Mm-hmm. And this was the biggest occupation in all of World War history, where they invaded over into France there. Mm-hmm. And without this, man, we could be run by Germans right now. Yo, let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
Like Germany and Japan, and Italy, they were trying to run this world.
The world, yes.
They was not playing.
The Axis powers.
They were trying to run this world, and I think there was a couple missteps by the sovereignty of God, and that's my honest opinion. But if it wasn't for these Allied troops coming together, this world might be a totally different world than the one we're living right now.
Well, what Americans like to say is, if it wasn't for America saving Europe, because Nazi was beating y'all butt and took over, and they was just moving straight west from Germany. They was took over France. They was about to take over UK. They was doing the Blitz.
But believe it or not, one of their missteps, one of Hitler's missteps was that he kept chasing Russia.
Two battle lines. And that's where he slipped. He attacked Russia.
If he would have kept pushing towards England, he would have took over England.
And Russia would have let him. Russia was like, yo, he ain't messing with us.
They would have, because Russia's such a large nation.
Right.
They were so spread out.
You wasn't boxing with Russia just yet.
Right.
But
and another reason was when America stormed them. They said it was America, Canada, and UK. Puerto Rico was part of America, and a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans went.
Wow. I believe that, and there was a lot of Black Americans there too as well.
Of course. But
you gotta
that's America.
Get the
I'm saying that's America. But they say America, they don't say Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was in that war also. A whole bunch of them did our thing.
But hey, listen! Shout out to all the soldiers that came before us.
Amen.
Black, white, Hispanic. That right now our nation could be totally different. And not say that our nation's perfect, but it could be totally different. I might not have even been born, bro.
Can you imagine Nazi Germany running this right now?
Or even Japan. Imperialist Japan.
Japan.
It's funny because I often wonder how the Native Americans may feel
about.
Bro, they got taken over.
Oh yeah,
without a doubt, they got taken over by
we on their land.
Colonialism. That's yeah.
Oh yeah.
UK that
and nobody came and fought for them.
But at a different time, and I think technology was not where it was at in World War II, even though there was pretty brutal technology, but. The traveling, the airplanes, the bombardments.
Somebody was willing to travel over here to take them over.
Well, yeah, it was free reign, man. This was,
Yeah, it was-
according to Europeans, it was undiscovered land,
Yep.
and it was all the European countries came over and you started.
I don't understand
Undiscovered land
claiming.
with people on it.
Yeah.
Bro, that kills me.
We
man.
discovered a land and people.
Yeah.
It's undiscovered though. We gonna claim this in the name of Great Britain or whatever,
Or
country
Paris,
whoever.
France,
Yeah,
or
but this talks to what you're talking about, Kurt. As far as it is historically people's history is ruling nations, taking over nation, and this is where I think the Allied powers have allowed us to continue being the nation that we are. Same with, and I'm not. Listen, I got brothers that are half Native American. Our history, do I like it? No. I do not like it. I do not like the way the Native Americans here in our country have been basically demolished. And yet at the same time, this goes to show the nature of man, the sinful nature of nations and man, how they will look to. America is doing the same thing right now, even though we don't get to hear it like that.
Yeah, they doing some dirt.
But we are highly influential in a lot of nations, disrupting nations. Even to this day, you start looking at some of the CIA stuff that's going on. But that's the nature of humanity. You go all the way back to the times of biblical times, when you had major nations, Persia, Babylonia, even Israel. Then you had Greece. Then you had Rome. You had historical nations that were looking to expand their influence and reaches, and it's all through conquest.
Yeah.
Taking over your land, and you go out to pay me taxes. Like Persia,
Right.
You look at them, man. They was paid.
Yeah.
They took over lands, and then he taxed everybody. No, you part of this kingdom. Now we want your money. I mean, but that was true of all the nations. Same with Rome. Same with Greece. And then you start continuing. Same with the United Kingdom, even through the Roman Catholic Church.
Spain. Y'all forget about Spain. They took over the whole North America, South America.
Portugal as well. Japan at one point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because they went into China?
They went into China and took over China. I was like, yo, y'all imperialist Japan was taking over.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, if they, and this is the thing, if Japan would have kept pushing past Pearl Harbor, they would have took over the West Coast. We were not expecting that.
Oh, yeah.
Historically speaking, we didn't expect Pearl Harbor, and we did not expect Japan. If they wanted to push, we weren't ready for them on the West Coast. Right now, we could be a divided nation. We could be like East Coast America, West Coast Japan.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
those two bombs, Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
But that was after we kind of got our foothold.
Yeah.
But that was like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
They put the white flag up like, yo.
Never mind.
Now,
You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
let me ask y'all,
Yeah.
because I know this is history here. What do y'all think about that?
Yo, I was just about to say that. I mean, because I said it like it was a cool thing, but that was an atrocity, dude. Because from what I hear, historically, we didn't have to drop the bomb on them. We was already winning the war. They was about to give up in a couple months.
We were taking all the islands over. Yeah,
we already had beat Germany, I think, right?
Germany was defeated.
Yeah, Germany, and we was just finishing
pushing
off
in,
Japan.
we were pushing in, yep.
And we actually did it just to test the bomb. Like, let's see what this bomb does. Let's just see on Asians. We ain't do it on Germany.
Right.
White people, Europe.
Yeah.
No, we ain't doing it. And we could have. Or Italy, you know what I'm saying? But no, Italy folded quick. No disrespect to any Italians. But, but y'all, they folded quick. They folded real quick. But yeah, that was messed up. A lot of people died and still suffered for decades and decades afterwards. After effects of all that radiation over there, man.
Man, but it changed the game.
Changed the game.
Changed the game.
Changed the game where now whoever holds nuclear power, you got to listen to what they say when they be like, yo, chill.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of countries now that are called the nuclear powers of the world.
And now you got, these little sub countries or whatever, small countries popping up, and they trying to get their stock up too.
Right, like Iran, like America's
Iran, North
trying
Korea.
really hard right now
They
to be
trying
like
get their
not
stock
give them
up.
anything.
Nah, bro. Nah, y'all not gonna have all this stuff, and we not gonna have none.
Right. But you gotta admit though, some countries can have it and know how to act. But if some other countries get it, they ain't gonna know how to act.
Right.
And I think Iran and North Korea is one of them.
So do you think America know how to act?
Yeah, we could. We ain't bombed nobody since. We ain't bombed nobody since. Yeah, and we could have.
Bro, do you know how that sounds?
And the same thing with UK, and the
So
same
we
thing with
can't-
France,
wait
and
a
the
minute.
same thing with
Hold on,
Saudi
hold on.
Arabia, and same thing with
Wait
Russia.
a minute.
They ain't bombed nobody.
We never bomb nobody. We ain't bombed nobody since we destroyed them.
I ain't killed nobody since I killed 12 people, but I'm good though. I can have a gun because
I got a good streak going.
We have to
Don't
add,
push
though.
me though. Don't push me though.
Yo, we have to add though that we did help rebuild that nation.
We did.
because we took it down.
Yeah, and then we rebuilt it to the powerhouse it is now.
We destroyed
it. Since that
God's
contract,
still working on me.
Yeah.
I got some tendencies that might rise up if you push the right button. So fall back, bro, because I got these nukes in my back pocket.
You know,
I know how to use them.
Contractually, Japan can have no military force bigger than a certain amount since the war. So if anybody attacks Japan, United States is obligated to protect them.
Yeah, they're allies.
That was part of the agreement. We will rebuild your country after testing 2 nuclear bombs on you.
Well, and I would say this though, because Japan invaded us
They was
first,
foul.
so
Yeah.
America was not playing. You know, the American government at that time was not playing.
They definitely wasn't playing, but
They was
not
playing.
yo, you talk about a harbor versus cities, bro. There's a big difference,
Millions
bro.
of people.
That's a big difference, and they're still being affected by it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm like, bruh, so when you say sense, man, like,
like-
are you serious?
But like Lou mentioned, they were actually trying to invade mainland United States, and they came pretty damn close.
Yeah, well,
they were coming pretty close.
But like we just admitted, that was just the way things was going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the
It's the
bomb thing,
ugliness.
the
Yeah.
bomb changed the game. That's
Oh,
what,
yeah.
That bomb.
bro, that changed the game, bro.
Yeah, man.
Because it said that if you were in the ground zero, I think they call it. If you were in that zone, bro, they said that it immediately vaporized you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
done.
They got American soldiers that they were on a boat like miles away from the site.
Yeah, and they got blinded, right?
They got blinded. One dude said when the light came, it was like an X-ray.
Wow.
You can look at the next dude and see his whole bone structure and everything.
Dang, that's crazy.
And a lot of those guys that were in that ship that were miles away, they died of cancer and stuff like that, like years later.
You know what's crazy?
'Cause they didn't know all the
at
effects
what
of it.
point though, in just the human mind, forget about the nations, right? Because whether it was America, somebody else would have came up with it. At what point in the human mind do we think this is necessary?
Right.
Like the psyche of any scientist or at least any military man saying we need this kind of deterrent in life, or we need to develop this kind of technology to use on another human being.
Split an atom to cause a major explosion. I think Albert Einstein was one of the guys, right? They pulled him out of Germany and they put him with a bunch of team, and they did the nuclear.
Like it's one thing to study and use science,
Yeah.
but so many
with knowledge comes great power and responsibility. I'm pretty sure they used it to find energy, right? Limitless
Without a
energy,
doubt.
nuclear energy. But then somebody over here said, "Yo, we could use this for this too."
So Romans 1 talks about that they will be inventors of evil.
Yeah, I was just
Okay.
just
Inventors
getting
of
ready to
evil, man. And you have, once again, this goes to the nature of man. And yes, in politics, and say, I'm not in politics and whatever. No. If we were in that position and not know Christ, we would be susceptible to being that person.
Absolutely.
That's just the nature of who we are, man. We wicked. We're evil in that way.
Yeah.
So, listen, anyways, it's D-Day and history of D-Day. And I don't know, I encourage anybody, if you want to kind of know a little bit more about it, if you got HBO or something like that, check out Band of Brothers. It's a good documentary. It's a movie documentary on the whole D-Day situation.
From the past, man.
And going in there, I don't know, I like some of the history, man. It's a different time, but
I want to drop something else on us real quick.
got it. Let's do it.
Talk about Auntie Monique. Auntie Monique. She put out a video.
Who's Auntie
Who's that?
Monique? I don't know her.
Monique.
The comedian.
Are you serious, bro?
Monique.
Oh, the chubby chick.
She
From
ain't
the
chubby
movies.
no more. She
Yeah,
lost weight.
Yeah, she lost
all them years talking about I'm big, I'm beautiful, blah
Big
blah blah.
bone.
Get over, and then she came out and lost mad weight.
Yeah.
She got she
She's
got
still big
blacklisted.
bone, but she lost mad weight.
She got blacklisted for a minute, right? From the business.
No, she's still blacklisted,
She
bro.
boycotted Netflix because they said we ain't paying you no money. And they was like, all right, on to the next one.
Yeah, they did her dirty.
Yeah.
They did
She
it.
Okay.
ain't funny.
Go ahead.
You don't think
did
she
it.
funny?
No.
It doesn't
she got
matter.
some. She got some.
She was putting in work and they did her dirty.
Shoot,
And they admitted it. That's the thing. See, it be
Yeah,
really
she
wasn't.
Yeah.
She was like the Kwame Brown of.
But we can say, see, but that's
I liked her. I thought she was funny.
But that's where, to me, I
thought she was funny.
That's where we fall short. I do believe that in that case we fall, because there's a lot of white comedians that ain't funny that got paid.
Yeah,
got
that's true.
banked,
That's true.
Got banked, bro. So it's like that part that bothered me, because it wouldn't have bothered me so much if it wasn't so many celebrities and people in power who did not come out and admit that she got done wrong.
Here's the thing, though.
She got disrespected.
The white celebrities that are getting paid and we don't think it's funny, white people love them. So they still gonna pull in the numbers that we would give the Kevin Harts and the Dave Chappelles and
200 million.
The thing is with Monique, mad black people don't think she's funny, and a whole lot of white people ain't bumping with her either. So for the money that she want, Netflix is like, how are we gonna justify giving you this money if we're not gonna get it back?
So Kurt, you said she came out with a video. What were you saying?
Yeah, so she came out with a video. I think it was last week, and she was just being. I thought she was saying something that was true. She was just saying, look, to the women, to the black women, when you step out, make sure you decent. You know what I'm saying? Don't step out in the bonnets and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, take some time.
What's a bonnet?
Just a little sleeping thing
what's
or
a
whatever.
bonnet?
Little sleeping thing or whatever they put on their head.
You don't know what a bonnet is?
So
the Aunt Jemima thing? That thing?
No.
It's like a hat. Like,
oh, the plastic hat they put on to not wet your hair?
Nah,
it kind of looks like that.
Okay,
it's just bigger.
Okay,
it's bigger and it's material, right? It's like silk material. Or something like that.
I know what a bonnet is. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, she was like, just take some time. I didn't see the whole video. I only saw bits and pieces, so I don't know the whole video. But from what I did hear and see, she was just like, just take some time. Make sure when you step out, you representing.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't go to the grocery store in your pajamas and the bonnet on and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And
this generation, bro.
She was being loving behind it. It wasn't even like,
they tried to cancel her, even though she already canceled.
Yeah. And they came back like she did something wrong, bro.
Oh, there was pushback on her?
Oh, there was mad pushback. Leave black women alone, blah, blah, blah.
That's whack.
Men wear do-wags. How come we can't wear bonnets, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And so it's like, come on, man. And that's what I mean by this. You can't say nothing.
Yeah, to this generation?
You can't say nothing, man.
Well, I know this probably kind of like don't go there, but back before we found out what kind of monster Bill Cosby was, he got vilified by the black community for telling people to do right by themselves.
You remember that?
Yeah,
I remember that. Hardcore.
Yeah, they called him a sellout. Called him a sellout.
Pull your pants up and stop talking all crazy and present yourself as somebody who would want to, employ you and respect you. And they
raped them. Yeah.
But I think that's normal for the black community to do to black conservatives. They do the same thing to Thomas Sowell, Clarence A. Thomas, Candace Owens, Alan West. Alan West.
Nah, man, miss me with all
any
that.
black conservative that be like, we do this, we do that. They kill him.
He know what he doing.
Talking.
He know what he doing. He trying to get me to jump over this table.
Let's go retro for the anniversary. Go get him, Kurt.
No.
Yo.
But I hear you. Ding, ding, ding. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
There's a big difference.
No.
It's a big difference,
but
bro.
there's also some commonalities.
Here's the thing, though. Like,
there's some truth to what you're saying.
Yes,
when Bill was coming out and saying that, and I never saw the Monique video because, like I said, I don't bump with Monique like that. From what Kurt is saying, they was coming from a place of, hey, I want y'all to do better for yourselves.
Exactly.
Whenever I hear Candace Owen talk, my soul itches because she ain't coming from that place. She coming from a place of
she just dogging our people.
Yeah, it's like I'm better than you and y'all suck, and I'm gonna chill over here with the white people and tell y'all how much y'all suck.
I agree. I agree. Sometimes she's a little extremely in her delivery, extremely cold and disrespectful, but she also speaks some truths.
And that's what I mean.
And she gets attacked. She gets attacked for those truths.
No. She gets attacked for her delivery.
She gets attacked because she forget the same white people she backing was the ones that said they was gonna kill her.
Yeah. I got you.
So because you can speak
the
truth,
hypocrisy of it all.
Like I'm saying, Monique was speaking truth. Mm-hmm. She's getting killed. She's getting killed for speaking truth in a loving manner at that. She wasn't even coming at like, yo, y'all whack and this, that. Nah, she was like, listen, my babies, like y'all call me auntie. Just, hey, when you step out, make sure you correct.
It's because people...
you don't know who you're going to meet when you step out. You might meet,
Well, it goes to show you that culturally, the things that are accepted today are just totally different than what people have grown up with.
And that's what it is. They've embraced like the lowest things of our culture. They embrace and claim as that's us. That's what we do.
Listen,
that's how we do it.
Growing
and it's
up,
like, yo, that don't have to be us.
Nah, it don't.
Bro,
man.
growing up, I don't know if a girl was showing it off and she was out in the club, like you knew that wasn't wifey material,
Right?
Like
That's right.
That's
right.
easy money right there.
Right. That's
the way I saw it, right?
Yeah.
And today, everybody wifing these kind of girls.
Yeah.
Like these ain't wives, man. These are not
girls
women.
are like that. Even the ones that trying to get wifed up, they TATS.
Yeah,
I'm glad
without
I
a
found
doubt,
Tamika
bro.
when I did.
Why? Listen, without a doubt, bro. And so
We got the last of the Mohicans.
But listen, check this out. What you have then is you got this young generation of dudes that's taking advantage of these young girls, but there's no way girls who have actual respect for themselves, they don't come nowhere close to them. They can't. But we got way more girls that are thoughts that are out here showing themselves. And listen, dudes take advantage and they trying to wife these girls. These girls ain't wifeys and these dudes ain't husbands.
Nah, man.
And this is what's the norm today versus opposite. Like, yo, hold up, that girl right there you ain't bringing her back to mom. You know what I mean? You ain't bringing her back to mom.
It goes back to what we talked about a few episodes ago, where it was the Mother's Day episode, where there aren't the mothers that are raising these children, but on a higher level, the church mothers that would take these girls aside and say, all right, your mama's slipping. I'm gonna sit here and show you how to be a godly woman. They don't. It goes back to the whole "don't judge me, I'm gonna do me" type of thing.
Yo, man, when you got girls with big bone, white, black, Hispanic, you got some of these females big bone wearing some of these leggings.
Oh God, I hope you ain't talking about the leggings, man.
Half shirts, bro, and they got it ain't even muffin tops no more, bro. It's like mountain layered cupcakes.
You remember those muffins you get from Sam's? Remember the muffins you used to get from Sam's?
Yeah, bro.
Those the muffins they got on now,
bro. Man, yo, and you gotta listen. I got my kids out there with me, bro. Yo, you know what the things I be wanting to say to these people, man? I be getting like in my flesh, man. Like even if I wasn't a believer, I be wanting to say. And thank God, bro, because yo, back in the days I did not hold my tongue for some people.
Yeah.
But I see this, and I'm out here with these girls. They out here and wearing some of the stuff they wearing. Good Lord, have mercy on these. And
that's natural beauty, man.
Ain't no natural.
That's big
beauty,
girl
bro.
natural beauty. Always enjoy going to Walmart.
Listen, even listen. Hold on. Let me throw that this way. Even if they got a body.
Right.
Even if they got a body and they flaunt it and they banging girls, there's no modesty today.
That's true.
Right.
None whatsoever.
We had a podcast about that.
Remember we did? Yeah.
Nothing left to the imagination.
Yeah, Walmart's the new strip club.
Yeah.
Straight
Walmart,
up.
crazy.
You gotta be
Walmart.
careful
Anywhere you go,
Bruh.
man. Like, yo, why you got like? What's the point? Like, and listen, I remember we talked about it. I remember my wife used to dress a certain way too back in the day, and it was all attention. It was she admitted, yo, I just wanted people to look at me.
But then, if you look at them too hard, they want to come at you.
Of course.
And they want to try to cancel you and hit you with the Me Too movement.
I'm looking at your butt.
I'm looking at what you just you walked out like that.
Since that podcast,
Yeah.
my wife does not let me go to Walmart by myself.
Like, where you going? Hold on, let me get dressed.
Walmart. Huh? Yeah. You and Kurt and Dawn at Walmart.
Yo, babe, I'm on my way to Walmart. You give me 15 minutes. I'm coming with you.
Yeah, I can't go by myself to Walmart.
Yo, man. Listen, there's just a double standard in this world, and there's a generation that grew up a certain way, and we got this younger generation that's grown up a certain way, and there's a clash of cultures. Really, that's what it comes down to, a clash of thoughts. And the things that were never accepted 10, 20 plus years ago are accepted today, and people expect people like me to just accept it. Why I gotta accept you in where you're at, where I grew up a certain way? Like, yo, hold up, this is the way I think. I'm not actually coming out of my pocket. I'm not coming out of pocket being disrespectful to you or anything like that. But you just want me to be like, just turn a blind eye over something I know is not right. Ah, man, I don't know if I could do that. I won't do that. Right. I just won't, I mean, obviously we in Walmart and stuff like that, and the girl, I ain't gonna go, yo, you need to go change yourself. I'm not gonna tell her that.
I just don't look. I don't look no more.
Bro, you can't, bro. I gotta go. I literally,
You gotta
I
walk
listen.
the other
Bro.
way.
Yeah, you see, because you see it peripherally.
I walk the other
You're
way,
like,
bro.
I ain't looking.
You have to.
You're like, yo, you see over there, you're like, I'm not gonna look.
And not only that, bro. Sometimes you like if you ain't got no, and you see the girl looking at you, and she got her man right next to you. It's like,
Right.
come on, man,
Yeah,
why
come
you
on,
doing
man.
that?
Yeah,
You disrespecting
yeah,
your man like that.
Yeah.
They're like, come on, that's so out of pocket, man. It's like, yo,
Very
anyways, bro.
disrespectful, bro.
Yo,
that's one of the things that I appreciate about my time as a youth pastor at the church that I was at, because being a big brother and somewhat of like a godfather type figure to some of those girls, when I see these girls out in the street, it makes it so much easier for me to look the other way, because it's like, how would I feel if I saw some grown man looking at one of my 14, 15-year-old girls?
Facts. Facts.
I'd be homicidal.
Yeah.
Facts,
So
man.
I put myself in a, I can't sit there and stare at some. I don't care if you're
Bro, and
15,
that's
25, 35. I can't do it.
That's an issue right there. It's not even women.
It's the little
It's
girls,
these
man.
little girls out
Little
here.
girls, bro.
Bro. I was in Victor, the mall at Victor, and they got that
The dicks over there, the sports store.
This is like a
Outlet?
raunchy. This is like a raunchy store. What's it, Toxic or something like that?
Okay.
Torrid?
No, I think it's called Toxic.
Okay.
I think so. I could be wrong. Nevertheless, it's a raunchy store. Like you walk past it and you're like, yeah, that's raunchy. But
That's
it's-
toxic.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's that gothic raunchy.
Oh,
Gotcha.
It's that dark, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like that vampire-ish kind of.
Yeah.
Bruh, and I kid you not, it was a mother and her daughter. She couldn't have been, I peg her at maybe 12 years old.
Nope.
In the most
Be having some
skankiest,
problems.
scandalous outfit. I'm like, man, I'd be ready to kill my daughter and my wife
Right.
Facts, man.
for
Right.
standing right next to
Facts.
her.
Facts.
And then going into, nah, bruh, you must be crazy.
Well, that's because these days they want to be seen as the cool mom, and I want to
You're
be
gonna be
your
the cool
friend.
mama, right?
and-
You're gonna be cooling off 6 feet under.
Dang.
Listen, man.
No, it's a fact, man. You're like there's a cultural difference, man.
Rest in peace.
Cultural differences. 10, 20 years. And it's gonna be even different for this generation 10, 20
And
years
that's
later.
scary.
That's
It
why
is.
I-
And it's going at such a rapid
scary, bro.
pace, man.
I'm praying for my boy Chris, because you got 4 of them.
Oh,
Yes.
shout out to Chris
Peace.
Pratt.
Chris,
CP.
bro,
Yo,
you have my
man.
thoughts and prayers. I couldn't
keep him
be
close.
you.
Keep
You
him
got
close.
my guns too, bro.
Keep him close. Keep him
No
close.
doubt.
My G. Oh man. All right. Well, listen, man. This has been our 1 year anniversary show. We've been everywhere on it.
All over
Trending
the
on the
place.
streets.
And Kurt's
Episode.
Kurt's about to beat me up again over Candace Owens.
Kurt. He's about to go. Yo, listen, Candace. She be spitting some facts, but then other times she just be so out of pocket. Like,
She don't
girl,
know when to
shut
stop.
up.
Just go
Like,
off the rails.
and she don't know how to say sorry. Like, she just hold her position,
Apologize
even when
for
she
what?
wrong. Even
Oh,
when
yeah,
she
'cause
wrong.
She been caught wrong a few
That's
times.
what I mean. She been wrong
She
a
been
few
caught wrong a
times.
few times.
No
But, you know,
retraction, no nothing. Like, that's
Nah,
just
man,
not.
when
That's
Massa,
not.
when Massa good to you, you know what I'm saying? You know, Massa,
See, that's messed up. That's
good,
messed up, man.
Massa good. He gives me eats. He gives me sleeps.
Yo, that's messed up. That is messed up, yo. Oh, damn. We're gonna leave that one low.
What you talking about running? I don't run. No, you ain't running from Massa.
Yo, Kurt, you can stop, man. Hey,
Yo,
Candace.
Oh,
Candace, I
Don't be
love
talking
you.
about his political
I
queen
love
like
you,
that.
Candace.
Yo.
I love you.
Jam about to jump over the table himself.
Look, before Candace, he had Omarosa, he had Stacey Dash.
Omarosa was.
Nah, I never killed
Stacey
him like
Dash
that.
was dope sometimes,
Yeah,
though. Hey, she
Omarosa
had
was
some
bums.
points.
Stacey Dash was pretty. You know what I'm saying?
But she had some political point. Then she went crazy out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But all right, man. Listen, TATS Nation, keep riding. TATS will go keep driving. We out.
Deuces.
See ya.